We begin with former Mandeville Mayor Eddie Price, now a convicted felon. This morning, Price pleaded guilty to federal charges. 13 people busted for allegedly trying to smuggle drugs into the Orleans Parish Prison after an undercover operation. Robert Davis was badly beaten by NOPD and wanted his day in court. Days before the trial, however, he and the city reached a settlement. Janella Newsom has reaction from Davis and his attorney. Your neighborhood Whole Foods market is doing its part to offer healthy solutions for your child's lunch routine. But first, tonight's top story on ABC26 News, the Inspector General is taking a hard look at contracts the city signs with outside vendors. If you're thinking about foregoing some routine health maintenance, well, think again. Doctors say even if you're struggling financially, you need to make a financial commitment to keep your doctor's appointments. Police in Slidell cracking down on businesses selling alcohol to minors. An undercover team hit nearly 40 businesses today. Well, yeah, bring those plants back to life. And that sun has been pretty ridiculous lately. So
yeah, it's a nice break. You know, I actually woke up and I just wanted to stay on the couch today or go shopping to take, you know, the break with the sales tax.
Absolutely.
But I came to work and did my service and gave everyone the weather.
You're good at
I know.
I appreciate that.
Thanks, Laila.
All right. Thank you.
And if you haven't had a chance to come and take a picture in front of the famous fire fountain here in the courtyard, or if you've never tasted a Pat O'Brien's Hurricane, tonight is the perfect time to come on down. A little bit earlier, most of the crowd was focused back down towards Decatur Street, and a lot of people here having a great time. But now, everybody,
God bless you.
Everybody, including people like this, are coming down from Canal Street to enjoy the party. So obviously lots of fun here, Liz.
Austin, Texas, baby.
From all over, Liz. We're going to send it back to you.
Lakeview residents continue to move back into their brand new homes, but the ride to get there is a bumpy one. Check this out. This is a very familiar sight in Lakeview, sinking streets and the top of drainage covers. And since Rebirth made quite a quiet announcement about tonight's performance, people stopped in cars here at the red light didn't know what to make of the music. He is 64-year-old Ronnie Treg, and what investigators tell us is that he was an experienced pilot. Investigators are still trying to figure out exactly what caused that fire. Right now they are going through a crew change. About 50 firefighters responded to the fire this morning. Well, Michael, around 6 o'clock, Charles Richardson was brought here to the St. Bernard Parish Sheriff's Detectives Bureau. He didn't say much to detectives apparently on his way down to St. Bernard Parish, and he didn't say much to media earlier tonight. 2 days after allegedly shooting his wife and adopted daughter, 50-year-old Charles Richardson is in St. Bernard Parish Sheriff's Deputy's custody.
We got a tip that he had fled the murder scene shortly after it occurred. We had information that he was traveling north, possibly toward Missouri.
St. Bernard Parish Sheriff Colonel John Dorian says Richardson may have been heading to Wisconsin to avoid capture and hide out with relatives. Early Tuesday morning, investigators say Richardson shot his 55-year-old wife Elizabeth in the face. Then they say he turned the gun on 18-year-old India Mahoney. He was caught after detectives say they called the Missouri Highway Patrol.
They spotted him. A chase ensued for about approximately 19 miles. He crashed his truck, and he was subsequently arrested.
Dorian says Richardson suffers from kidney problems, but his health seems okay. He waived extradition and returned in shackles at 6 o'clock tonight. In the meantime, his wife Elizabeth is trying to recover from a gunshot wound to the face. Dorian says she had surgery yesterday.
As far as I know, she's been in a drug-induced coma, so she's unable to speak right now. And there was some severe injuries to her mouth and tongue.
India Mahoney, also shot in the face, died at their Highland Drive home that Tuesday morning. Neighbors standing outside, shocked at what happened.
We are very close-knitted, and this hurt.
An apparent domestic dispute that ripped this entire Violet family and neighborhood apart. Now, Michael, at this point, Richardson is inside being questioned by detectives, and he will be charged with attempted murder and first-degree murder. Back to you. 13-year-old Dalton Tujak and his dad John are ping pong pros.
You hit it!
And they have a protege, 9-year-old Dylan Tujak, a medical miracle.
They gave him no chance to live, no chance to learn, no chance to be anything, and that's when I said, oh, yes, he will.
Dylan's mother, Donna, says he was born with a rare disease. a cloverleaf skull compressing his brain. Only 100 people worldwide have the disease. Dylan's so young and has endured more than most adults ever will.
He's had a total of 30 surgeries. He got his trach because his vocal cords are paralyzed. He's had the G-tube, he's had to get a shunt put in. He's had 4 12-hour surgeries where they open up the skull.
Dylan has a tracheostomy, a ventilator, and eats through a feeding tube. But he's in the 3rd grade and can speak through a computer device, so we were able to interview him. So tell me what your name is.
My name is Dylan.
And he was able to interview me.
What's your favorite color?
Blue, like you. Through it all, Dylan's personality shines.
Tiger Stadium. I love Tiger Stadium. USC. USC is under investigation and be careful.
He lights up a room. He's always happy.
An inspiration to his family and the community. The two Jacks take things day by day.
The love that is so unconditional and how he can just achieve anything.
Can you make flirty eyes at me? But just like Dylan, they do it with a smile and a song. Laila Morcos, ABC26 News. DJ Dietz is challenging anyone who thinks they can beat him to race him to the finish line.
I plan to run for president, and I think law is the best track for me to get there.
The 20-year-old is at Tulane University with a 3.6 GPA on his way to law school. That's in spite of being a functioning quadriplegic.
But you can imagine how hard it is to remember.
8 years ago, DJ found his grandparents' gun. Then he accidentally shot himself in the head.
When you have a shock like that, and I guess you go straight into a coma, then I remember seeing myself on the ground.
But the last 8 years of pain and stress haven't stopped this Grace King graduate.
And there was a lot of the people at Children's Hospital that said the same thing, that I would be a really good lawyer because I was good at talking.
Through contemplation, DJ realized one thing: the importance of an education.
I took advantage of the situation and realized that I wasn't fulfilling my full potential, in school.
He also speaks about the dangers of guns.
It's really sad that, that people aren't doing more to, educate their kids and make sure that, that they know what life's about.
Disabled or not, DJ's high aspirations are pushing him to fulfill his mission to get to the top.